Hey guys, this is Captain Fruit reporting for duty, and today I'm going to talk about a current event. Yeah, I know, a current event. I don't do that much of those, but this one hit me a little bit. It's something I found interesting. You know, Batman. It's pretty much DC's flagship here, the thing that keeps DC going, though they are in troubled times. And, they have Future State coming, and I'm going to be honest here. I'm not a fan of Future State. I think I'm going to check out of the DC world during Future State and come back in the few months after the event is over. Well, anyway, this article popped up, and it has me scratching my head a little bit about why they're making this move. But anyway, it says Batman Detective Comics is getting a historic new writer in 2021. I love how they try to pump it up. A historic. First of all, it's not a historic writer. This is complete hyperbole, pumping up everything. So here we go. It has a person's name here, which I would butcher if I'd say. But anyway, that person takes the reins on DC Comics' oldest title. This article is by Susan Polo. You can see this at Polygon, and there's also other articles speaking about this too. But first of all, look at I like this picture, by the way. This artwork here from a Detective Comics 1000. I do like that image. Looks pretty good. Anyway, let's get to the meat of this subject. By the way, if you like these kind of videos, if you don't mind, help me out, share them by simply just hitting like, subscribe, turn on your notifications if you don't mind. My channel, I try to put out at least 2 videos a week. We talk about anything from comics, video games, and nerd culture. And when I say talk, I mean it. I love a community. I love us back and forth speaking and things. And you guys have been nothing but awesome in the comment section, so I greatly appreciate that. So anyway, it says DC Comics pulled back the curtain on the future of Batman today, revealing that this person here will be the next writer of Detective Comics, the company's namesake. I don't see that as a huge deal. Okay, they're switching writers. The Detective Comics sales have been okay. Not as good as Batman, the main comic for Batman there. So anyway, it says they announced this news during DC's Future State. Once again, I'm not really a big fan of. I'm not looking forward to Future State. I think I'm going to check out. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. I'm just saying it's not for me. If you're going to be reading Future State, if you don't mind, let me know in the comments below. Or if you're going to do like I am and just check out and save a few bucks and wait until things somewhat restore back to normal, let me know in the comments as well. Well, anyway, during this Batman panel, during this weekend CCXP Worlds, the all-digital for 2020 incarnation of their Comic-Con experience here, because COVID, let's go, there we go, gotta get the COVID cough in there, right? It's really been causing a lot of problems. Well, anyway, here we go. This person, this writer, Tamaki, which, once again, I'm gonna butcher the name, will be only the second woman in comics history to be the lead writer on a core Batman book. Now, first of all, that's sort of, maybe this is just a growing thing. There wasn't as many women in the past that wanted to write comic books. You got to look at that. People love to always act like there was this glass wall in front of them, and maybe in comics there probably was a little bit. Let's be honest there. I think there was, so it's good to see more women writing in comic books. I have no problem with that. But when you use that as a selling point, that's when I scratch my head, because you take away from equality. If you want true equality, why are we sitting there going, a woman's doing it? It should be, okay, another writer. We don't celebrate, oh, a man's writing this. And once again, I'm not trying to be sexist here or anything. It's just, if we want equality, quit making it a focal point then, and let the writing and things speak for itself. And speaking of that, let's dive in here more. So anyway, this person's going to be the lead writer in the Batman book here, which once again is Detective. Evan Grayson's stint on Gotham Knights, since this is saying following this person's that was currently, and then the multi-Eisner Award-winning, first of all, here we go, multi-Eisner Award-winning, I think pretty much anybody can win an Eisner now. It seems like they're just giving them away like candy, and there's been a lot of Eisner garbage out there. I think sometimes it's just, hey, did you do something good and political that we agree with? Boom, you win an award, rather than on the merit of the writing itself. But that's my opinion. Hey, it is what it is. So anyway, the multi-Eisner Award-winning writer first made a comics industry name for herself in the field of, you ready for here, of young adult graphic novels, and that's what scares me. Do we want Batman to be written like a young adult series? I don't. I'm hoping she can write Batman like Batman's meant to be written, not like a young adult series. Because if it's going to be a young adult series, people are going to check out of that thing like nobody's business. Now here we go, including Laura Dean is breaking up with me of late. She has also steadily notched her belt with solid, here we go, award-winning work for Marvel and DC Comics. Let's look at her run here. X-23, wasn't anything that spectacular. Her Hulk, not that spectacular. Harley Quinn, breaking glass. and lately Wonder Woman. So do you see what we're seeing here? Very feminist, written books, except for maybe the Hulk. Okay, well, even that had a little bit to it. But anyway, and now she's going to be writing Batman. The question is can she keep that feminist angle out and write Batman like Batman should be? Once again, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with strong, empowered women. I think a good writer, for example, like Batgirl and Batwoman, are fantastic books when they have good writers. I like female characters. I love Wonder Woman as a character. I just wish they were written well more often. And just when you put a big-time feminist behind some of these books, they tend to really go down in quality. Some people are going to go, wait a minute, Wonder Woman's Inception and all that. I understand that. I do. I'm not saying everything feminist is bad. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying sometimes when you get a writer that their agenda supersedes the book, we tend to have problems. And for this case, I sure hope that's not true. I hope that's not what's going to happen here. She'll also be writing Future State Dark Detective. So if you're interested in seeing what you might be able to expect, what kind of writing to expect from her on Batman and Detective Comics, you might want to check out Future State Dark Detective with art from Dan Mora for DC's upcoming Future State. Once again, I'm going to check out 2 months of stories about a potential future of the DC universe, which has no interest in me whatsoever. Her Detective Comics run will begin on March 2021. So I'm going to be interested in checking out her first issue on Detective Comics in March of 2021 and see if she continues to write Batman properly, or do we get another crappy Batman writer like we've been stuck with and saddled with in the past with like Tom King. Ooh, I know. Shots fired. Well, that's my opinion, not yours. I'd love to hear yours. Are you looking forward to her writing Detective Comics? Are you looking forward to this Future State? I would greatly appreciate knowing your views, and let me know your thoughts. I'm definitely looking forward to reading them and discussing them with you. All right, guys. Well, thank you for taking the time to spend this time with me about this subject. And until next time, keep it frugal.